Welcome to the 2020 Winter Ball. Thank you for being part of this exciting evening. Tonight we're very pleased to recognize two very deserving individuals, Dr. John Saris and Stephen Greene. Dr. Saris is receiving our Physician of Distinction Award. He joins a list of exceptional physicians who have been recognized over the past several years. We're also honoring Stephen Greene, who is receiving the Emerging Leader Award. Dr. Saris is a diplomat of the American Board of Neurological Surgery, board-certified in neurocritical care, and in the past few years has played a key role in establishing a concussion protocol that is helping young athletes return to their sports safely. According to the patients and our staff, Dr. Saris is very knowledgeable and has a kind and comforting demeanor. I first met John a little over 3 years ago when I started at CMC, and what continues to impress me the most is his unwavering commitment to his patients. It seems like I see him almost every day, and one comment I hear all the time from our staff and other physicians is how devoted he is to CMC and how much he cares for each patient he encounters. He's certainly deserving of this recognition, and I'm grateful that he chooses to practice at Community Medical Center. This year's recipient of the Emerging Leader Award is Stephen M. Greene. I've gotten to know Steve as a member of the CMC Foundation Board, and during discussions about this award, I've gotten a chance to learn more about him from his friends and colleagues. Steve played a key role in establishing our Emerging Leader Council and still has a leadership role as vice chair. He started a successful business, Greene Label Title, but is also involved with other organizations, including Big Brother, Big Sisters, and exemplifies what it means to be a leader. What is also truly remarkable is he finds the time for these organizations as a father of four, which as a father of four myself, I can assure you is no easy feat. It is very fitting that Steve is following Heather Barberi, who was the first recipient of this award. They have set a high bar for other young leaders who will be receiving this award in the future. I feel privileged to recognize Dr. Saris and Stephen Greene, and I'm extremely proud that they have chosen to share their talents with Community Medical Center. They have helped countless people through their work and are truly an inspiration to me and so many others. Well deserved, and congratulations.
Medicine is a way of life for him. It's not a career, it's not a job. And I think he truly is one of the outstanding physicians we're able to have on the staff.
Well, the best way to put it, he's the calmest person I've ever seen working in a situation that's always a chaos. And he always brings that calmness to the patients.
His bedside manners are impeccable. And everybody that he sees, they love him.
Instead of just answering the question, he'll actually come down, see the patient, talk to the family.
And he comes in with such kindness that it makes it so much easier to absorb the information and then move on with the decisions you have to make.
He's been the most courageous person I've seen in a long time. And he follows that through in every day's activity.
He's always positive, and he's had his share of issues, and you'd never know it by talking to him.
Well, my attitude changed when I had to give up neurosurgery because I came down with Parkinson's. And I had to reinvent myself.
John had a setback in life. He's an accomplished neurosurgeon, had some physical problems, and he didn't stop becoming a doctor. He is a doctor.
I look at it as now I'm the patient too. I suddenly was healthy, and then all of a sudden I came down with the Parkinson's, and I looked at every patient and said, how would I like to be treated when my doctor comes in to see me?
I know I'm just one of many patients that he has touched, but my story is the voice of many. His knowledge, skill, and compassion put me here today. My family and I are forever grateful. Congratulations, Dr. Saris, on this well-deserved award and recognition.
I'm proud of my husband because of his humbleness, his generosity to others, his giving nature, his love of his children, his love of me. He is a good man.
As my chief of surgery says, you can't teach judgment or character. John has both.
And he's there at the right time, doing the right thing, so people have their life back because he makes that difference.
He never turns his back to anybody. John will make house calls When he goes to church on Sundays, there's usually a line of people waiting to see him at coffee hour.
I think he takes more time than anybody that I've seen in the hospital, and actually shows that he cares.
My oldest, Christina, is in residency in neurosurgery. Tommy is in med school. Nicholas is going to nursing school, and my youngest, Andrea, wants to be a nurse too. So now we're even. We have 3 doctors and 3 nurses in the family. And I'm proud of every one of them.
He was very, very busy working, but he made time to be at their soccer fields, the baseball field. He would show up in his suit after work and be coaching alongside the coaches as an assistant.
He is probably the excellent doctor, clinician. More than that, is a very decent human being.
And he's just taught me to be patient and to accept what comes and then to deal with it.
I just felt I wanted to do something where I help people. And medicine was the best outlet for me.
Hello again. I'm so pleased that tonight we are presenting Community Medical Center's Emerging Leader Award to Stephen M. Greene. A little background about this award. In 2015, our board members were discussing how we could engage young leaders in our activities, as they are the future of any organization. Many thought there was a lack of networking opportunities for these professionals in the area. So we held our first networking event in September 2015, and about 15 people attended. Although that was not a big turnout, everyone that attended was very enthusiastic, and at the next networking event, we had over 40 professionals from various businesses join us. Happily, many of them expressed an interest in getting involved with Community Medical Center, and the first meeting of the Young Professional Advisory Council was held in the fall of 2016. They continue to be active, sponsoring networking and fundraising events, and some of them are now trustees on the foundation board, like tonight's honoree. Early this year, the members discussed who exactly is a young professional and decided to rename the group the Council of Emerging Leaders, which seemed a much better representation of the membership. While some of us might feel young, the mirror doesn't lie. So it really is gratifying to see the commitment these very busy young people have shown, and I can tell you the future of this community will be in very good hands for years to come. Last year, the first Emerging Leader Award was presented to Heather Barberi from the J. and Linda Grunin Foundation. She was an inspired choice, but another name kept coming up last year and again this year in our meetings: Steve Greene. Steve's been a leader among our young professionals from the beginning and is very active in the community with Big Brothers Big Sisters and other organizations. And as I mentioned, he's now a foundation trustee. We were all delighted when he accepted, and I join all of you in congratulating Steve for all he has done, and I'm sure it will continue to do for our community.
Aside from, being a terrific guy and having a terrific family, I think a big part of it would be that he really cares.
Not many people do as much for basically everyone around him as Steve does, and I give him a ton of credit for it, both with his money and with his time.
Aside from his family that he takes care of, I think taking care of the families that take care of his business is very important to him.
And he truly likes people. He's a real people person. And those things kind of come together in a really nice way. You see it in the community, in his own family. I would have to say that would be the driving force.
I don't think Steve really holds back on what he wants to accomplish. He has taken his company and built it from the ground up, and I think that leadership style to start something and see it through, he's been doing that his whole life.
He had a ton of energy. He walked no place. He either ran or jumped or skipped. So he always had this driving energy.
That's a big factor, I think, for it, is he's got a good drive and an understanding of what's at stake and what he needs to do to keep things the way they are.
He's a Christian man, and his faith is like a huge part of his life. So he strives to be a good person, and he wants to make a difference in everything he does.
I want to leave a legacy. That's really what motivates me. I want to leave this world better than I found it. And every day I want to make sure that I'm doing something that betters someone's life, makes them smile, makes them happy. Ultimately, when I leave this place, I want to know that I helped people be better, smile, laugh, and that I'm remembered for that.
When we first, talked about kids, we just planned on having 2, and then they were just all so cute, so I had to have more.
We have 4 children. My wife tells me we're happy about that. No, I love them. They're great, ranging from 8 to just turned 1. They are another part of what drives me. Everything that I do, every decision that I make is with them in mind. There's trials and errors and tribulations, but at the end of the day, we're always smiling and laughing and building memories, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Congratulations on the award, Dad. You did such a great job.
Congratulations on the award, Dad. I love you.
Congratulations, Steve. Job well done.